If you're a new towing company planning to run Google Ads, then this video is for you. I'll share some key strategies and important things you should know before spending your budget on Google Ads, so you can avoid common mistakes and set up yourself for better results. So let's get started. So guys, we're in our Google Ads dashboard, and if you're a new towing company and you are planning to run Google Ads, here in this video I'm going to share with you some of the strategies I would use if I would be managing the campaigns of a new towing company. I help towing companies generate phone calls with Google Ads, and I'm going to share with you some strategies based on my experience. This is one of our example account. This is a local service business similar to towing companies, and their main goal is also to generate as many phone calls as possible from Google Ads. And you can see from here for the last 30 days, you can see our results. We have generated 537 phone calls and 296 conversions. As you can see, the number of conversions are less than the number of phone calls because the phone calls can include several phone calls from one person. That's why the number of conversions can be less, and I'm trying to count the unique number of phone calls. So these are some results, and you can see my other results from here as well to know more about how I helped other local service businesses to generate phone calls or leads with Google Ads. So let's get started. First of all, when you're planning to run Google Ads, you should start with a customized landing page with the goal of generating phone calls. So there can be several landing page design ideas. Usually I build the landing page for my own clients for free. Otherwise, I have to be working on their poorly built landing pages, which may not convert users. Even if you send high quality traffic to the landing page and the landing page cannot convert the users, there might be a big problem. That's why you should work on your landing page as well. So let's imagine this is our landing page, and I'm going to show you how to inspect that. So we're going to inspect that and see the mobile version of the landing page. As you can see, for different mobile screen sizes, you can see the landing page like this. So let's imagine this is our landing page, and you need to have a clear headline and a call button here, and that should be visible. And once they visit your landing page, that should be very easy for them to contact your business. And the headlines and descriptions should be relevant to the campaign keywords. So with that way, they can find higher relevancy, and you can increase your chance of conversion with that way. A quick reminder, if you want to know how I got 2x more phone calls using two key strategies in Google Ads, click the link in the description below and I'll send you the video of how I did that for free. And the next thing is, if you're a new towing company, you should start small because you need to identify the winning ways of getting more phone calls. So I would not advise you to start with $100, $150, $200 per day. You can start small. You can start with, let's say, $40, $50, and see how many phone calls you can get and what is the cost per phone call or cost per conversion with that daily budget you are spending. If you spend that much amount of money for a certain period of time, let's say, you can have a clear idea of how much you can get with your campaigns. And once you have enough confidence, you can slowly start increasing your budget. But initially, I would recommend you to start small and get more data so you can optimize your campaigns. And the next thing on our list, you should use super high intent keywords and title match types when you're just starting. So let me show you some examples. So I've opened the Google Keyword Planner, and from your Google Ads dashboard, you can go to Tools, and the Planning, you can go to Keyword Planner and click on Discover New Keywords. And from here, we're going to put our target keyword. Let's imagine our target keyword is going to be towing. And with that one keyword idea, we have 401 keyword ideas available. And here we're choosing United States, but I would suggest you to choose more specific location. So let's imagine our target location is Tampa. So we're going to choose that location, and you can see the top of page with low range and high ranges, and you can see the prices, their search volume. And from here, I would suggest you to choose higher intent keywords because you should be taking less risk, and the keywords you're choosing should have higher probability of converting. So which kind of keywords those can be? For example, instead of choosing towing, for example, I would choose tow truck near me or towing near me. Because if somebody is using towing, the intent of the keyword can be mixed. They might be your potential customers who are looking for towing services. Also, they can be people who are getting information about the towing services. They may not use your service at all. So that's why instead of choosing this keyword, I would suggest you to choose this kind of higher intent keywords so you can increase your chance of converting those kind of users. So that's one way. And another way would be when targeting these keywords, for example, I would suggest you to use title match types. So instead of using them as they are, for example, if we're going to use these keywords without any quotes or brackets like this, it can be considered as broad match. And phrase match keywords can be better than broad match keywords. And you should also be careful when using phrase match keywords. In the towing industry, phrase match keywords can also attract some irrelevant terms and brand terms. As you can see from here, it can attract this kind of AAA type of keywords, and it can happen a lot with the towing industry. So when using phrase matches, you should also be careful as well. But the overall idea is you should use tighter match types. So I would not suggest you to use broad match types immediately. You can start with phrase and exact match keywords, but be careful when using phrase match keywords. And the next thing on our list, you should set up accurate conversion tracking before launching your campaigns. Because let's say you have launched your campaigns, but your conversion tracking is not accurate. You don't know which keywords or campaigns are bringing the conversions, whether your campaigns are profitable, whether it's worth running Google Ads or not. You don't know that. So to have accurate measurement, you need to make sure that your conversion tracking is set up properly. So for that, you can go to goals and the conversions. You can go to summary, and from here, as you can see, we have several conversion actions. But the main goal here is to track phone calls accurately. Yes, you may track form submissions, but form submissions can be, let's say, 3 to 5% of the overall leads you can get. Your main focus should be in phone call related conversion actions. So phone calls can happen directly from ads. Also, they can happen from the website. And you need to be accurately measuring those phone call related conversions. Otherwise, again, you wouldn't know how the overall performance can be, and it can affect your optimizations in the long run as well. So before launching your campaigns, before starting to get clicks, it is really important you should set up your conversion tracking accurately. And the next thing in our list, you should be careful with smart bidding. So I'm going to show you our campaigns. As you can see, some of our campaigns are using maximize conversions, target CPA, this smart bidding, and some of our campaigns are using maximize clicks and manual CPC. I might change my bid strategies from time to time depending on their performance. So if I think it can perform better with smart bidding strategies, I can change from manual CPC to target CPA or maximize conversions. Because in some of my client accounts, when I change it from manual CPC to maximize conversions, it started getting more and more conversions, and overall it performed good for quite some time. But sometimes for certain campaigns, I have to switch from maximize conversions to manual CPC instead, because maximize conversions can bid for certain keywords very high. That's why you should be really careful when using maximize conversion. Let's imagine the average cost per click in your industry and in your location is $8. But maximize conversions can sometimes $15, $20 cost per click, because it may not have enough data and it can test at the beginning. So when you're launching your campaigns and you're at the initial stage of your Google advertising, you should be really careful when using maximize conversion. And manual CPC and maximize clicks can help you control your maximum cost per click limits so that you won't pay more than your required amount. So that's why I would suggest you, when you have just started your Google Ads campaign for your towing business, be careful with maximize conversions, especially if you don't have enough data. And the next thing is add plenty of negative keywords to block irrelevant searches. There are several ways to do that. For new campaigns, you can find negative keywords by going to the keyword planner and find negative keywords from here. So from the list of 401 keyword ideas, we can expand that and find more and more irrelevant terms from here. So for example, we can choose this keyword, and from this keyword alone, we can also extract AAA word as well. Because AAA can show up in different forms. AAA can show up in this form. Some people can write AAA word, or sometimes people can put spaces between AAA. So this is one of the most famous keyword in the towing industry, and you can block their different combinations so that you won't get clicks with these kind of terms. And if you go through this list, you can find other types of keywords as well. Again, for example, if you don't offer $50 tow truck services and your services can be a little bit expensive, let's say $75, $100, you can block these kind of terms. And again, from this keyword, you can extract the $50 word from here and block this exact specific term. And sometimes some people may search $40 and you can block that word as well, $40. So you can find these kind of terms by going through this list. Again, as I told, this is a $40 towing near me. And this is another version of the AAA. As you can see, AAA towing. And some people are searching also AAA roadside assistance, as you can see. So there are different forms of the word AAA, and you need to find as many versions of these keywords as possible so you can block them, and in the future you will increase your chance of not getting clicks from those kind of terms. So this is one way of blocking the irrelevant terms. And another way would be by going to the search terms report and finding the keywords which are irrelevant. So I mostly use non-filter here, because if I use added and excluded as well, added means my target keyword, which means relevant. Excluded means I've excluded already. So why would I show them here again? So that's why I would only choose none, so that it can show me the keywords which I haven't excluded or added, which can include new keywords as well. So after that, I need to go through these keywords and find irrelevant terms from here. This is another way. Once you've generated some impressions and clicks, you can exclude certain terms which are irrelevant to your business or which can include competitive terms. And the next thing on our list, track search terms report to find what's working. For example, I'm using non-filter here, but when I'm optimizing the campaigns to have more ideas, I can see, for example, which keywords I've excluded, which keywords I've added. For example, I can see this data and monitor their performance. For example, I can see how many conversions I've got and what is the cost per conversion and which keywords are bringing relevant conversions. So we're seeing the last 30 days data, and I can see it for a longer time period to have a clearer picture. So as you can see, I'm seeing the last 90 days data, and we have more conversion data now. For example, certain keywords are performing better than the others, and I need to make sure that those relevant keywords are added already. So there are certain keywords which have been added, which have converted in the past, and these particular keyword, even if it had brought some conversions, it is a brand term. So that's why I've excluded that. And even if you receive phone calls with these search terms, it can be a lower quality phone call. That's why rather than getting phone calls and wasting the ad budget, I would rather not to have phone calls from these kind of search terms. So that's how you can go through your search terms and find the keywords which are relevant and bringing conversions. And if possible, add the ones which have not been added already, and they're also bringing consistent number of conversions. I would not suggest you to add the keywords which have just brought like 1 or 2 conversions. If they've brought like 3, 4, 5 conversions at least, then you can add those conversions. At least they've shown some consistency, and you can add those keywords, and those conversions can happen in the future as well. And the next thing on our list, if you're a new towing company, you should get as much data as possible. And to get data faster, either you need to be spending more, or again, as I told, you should target very high quality keywords so you can prove your idea faster. And if it's working, then you can increase your budget for those kind of keywords, search terms, ad groups, and campaigns. So the idea is to get more data faster and get as much data as possible so you can optimize your campaigns faster. And the next thing on our list, you should consistently optimize based on the data. So with this search terms report, you can add target keywords, you can add negative keywords, you can find certain keyword patterns which are consistently performing better than the others, and you can focus more on those kind of search terms, and you can increase your overall campaign performance. So you can analyze your search terms report, or you can go to the target keywords section, and certain target keywords are performing better than the other. You can get more number of clicks and more number of impressions. By default, for now, Google Ads Search Terms Report can show less data compared to Google Ads target keywords, but Google Ads Search Terms Report can give you detailed information about the search terms each keyword is bringing. As you can see, this is the keyword column. You can get more information about the certain search terms that are coming from certain target keywords. You can get more information, but the clicks and impressions can be less here compared to the target keyword section. So that's why you should analyze the target keywords as well. And overall, you can analyze the performance of your ad groups, ads, and campaigns with that way. And that's how you can optimize your Google Ads campaigns to get more high quality phone calls. So guys, again, if you want to know how I doubled the number of phone calls using 2 effective strategies with Google Ads, you can click the link in the description below, and I'll send the video of how I did that for free. Or if you guys want my help to generate phone calls to your towing business, you can also apply to work with me by clicking the link in the description below, and I can help you with that as well. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video, and see you guys in my other videos.